Hello everyone. Welcome back to NN Talented Goat. Today, we'll explore one of the most famous mountain ranges in the world, the Rocky Mountains. This range is not only a masterpiece of nature but also holds many mysteries that continue to captivate scientists. The Rocky Mountains, or simply the Rockies, is a vast range in North America. It stretches over 3,000 miles from northern British Columbia, Canada, to New Mexico in the United States. The highest peak is Mount Elbert in Colorado, standing at 14,440 feet above sea level. Mount Robson in British Columbia, at 12,972 feet, is the tallest peak in the Canadian Rockies. Running parallel to the Rockies but further west are the Cascade and Pacific Coast Ranges. The Rocky Mountains were formed 80 to 55 million years ago by the Laramide tectonic event, where western tectonic plates were pushed beneath the North American plate, uplifting the land to create towering mountains. Since then, natural erosion from water and ice has sculpted the land, creating deep valleys and basins, while sharpening the peaks. The first humans to set foot on the Rockies were indigenous Americans after the last ice age. Later, Europeans like Alexander Mackenzie, Meriwether Lewis, and William Clark ventured into the range in search of minerals and furs. Today, the Rockies remain relatively sparsely populated, unlike the plains to the east or the Pacific coast to the west. A large portion of the Rockies is now protected as natural reserves and national parks, drawing tourists interested in hiking, camping, climbing, fishing, hunting, mountain biking, skiing, and snowboarding. The Rockies stretch from the Liard River in British Columbia in the north to the Rio Grande in New Mexico in the south. Beyond the Liard River lie the Selwyn Mountains in Yukon and the Brooks Range in Alaska, while south of the Rio Grande lies Mexico's Sierra Madre. Together, these ranges form the North American Cordillera, which extends from Alaska down through Central America. Alongside the main range, smaller chains like the Cabinet and Salish Mountains in Idaho and Montana, and the Columbia Mountains in British Columbia branch off westward from the Rockies' central spine, spanning from the Flathead River south to the Liard River. The Rockies range in width from 110 to 480 kilometers, moving northward and across the Rocky Mountain Trench. They are flanked by the Stikine and Omineka Mountains in British Columbia's interior system. The eastern edge of the Rockies rises significantly above the central plains of North America, with notable subranges including the Front Range in Colorado, the Wind River and Big Horn Mountains in Wyoming, the Absaroka-Beartooth Range and Rocky Mountain Front in Montana, and peaks like Dunnick in Colorado and the Clark Range in Alberta. Besides geological mysteries, the Rockies are famous for supernatural tales of strange lights and eerie sounds heard at night. The diverse environmental conditions in the Rockies vary widely due to the range's vast span, from the Liard River at latitude 59 degrees north in British Columbia to the Rio Grande at 35 degrees north in New Mexico. Annual precipitation ranges from 10 inches in southern valleys to 60 inches on northern peaks, while average annual temperatures range from 20 degrees Fahrenheit in Prince George, British Columbia, to 43 degrees Fahrenheit in Trinidad, Colorado. The Rockies contain a variety of ecosystems. Instead of a single monolithic ecosystem, ecologists divide the Rockies into multiple life zones. These zones are identified based on their ability to support tree species, and by the presence of specific indicator species. The two zones that do not support trees are the grasslands and alpine tundra. The North American Great Plains lie east of the Rockies, characterized by expansive grasslands at elevations below 1,800 feet. Alpine tundra spans areas above the tree line, which ranges from 12,000 feet in New Mexico to 2,500 feet at the northern tip of the Rockies near the Yukon. Scientists have identified 10 forested zones in the Rockies. In warmer, drier southern regions, these zones are characterized by pinyon pine/juniper, ponderosa pine, or oak mixed forests. Further north and in cooler, wetter areas, Douglas fir, Cascade Range species, like western hemlock, lodgepole pine/quaking aspen, and fir spruce mixes dominate. Near the tree line, the zones feature white pines, such as white bark or bristlecone pines, or shrubby crumholes varieties of white pine, fir, and spruce. The Rocky Mountains are crucial habitats for notable wildlife such as elk, moose, mule deer and white-tailed deer, pronghorn, mountain goats, bighorn sheep, black bears, coyotes, lynx, and wolverines. North America's largest elk herd resides in Alberta, British Columbia's foothill forests. The status of many species in the Rockies is not well known due to limited information. Human settlement by Euro-Americans has negatively impacted native species, leading to declines in populations like the North American toad, Colorado cutthroat trout, white sturgeon, white-tailed ptarmigan, trumpeter swans, and bighorn sheep. In the U.S. Rockies, top predators like the grizzly bear and gray wolf were once eradicated from their native habitats, though recent conservation efforts have led to their partial recovery. Other species such as bald eagles and peregrine falcons are also gradually rebounding. The diverse wildlife in the Rockies includes predators like tigers, leopards, bears, various ungulates, martens, squirrels, and large birds of prey such as hawks, eagles, and owls. In this video, we'll highlight some of the prominent ungulate species currently inhabiting the Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountain goat, scientific name, Capricornus milneedwardtii maritimus, also known as the mountain goat or simply a goat, is a large hoofed animal in the Bovidae family. These goats live in rocky, forested mountain areas, mainly limestone mountains from 50 m to 2,000 m above sea level. They feed on grass, leaves, twigs, shoots, berries, and lichen on cliffs. Mountain goats have a keen sense of smell for salt, attracting them from miles away. Their breeding season is from March to April, and they are known for their short, curved horns and thick fur. Bighorn sheep, Ovis canadensis, are iconic of the Rockies with their massive curved horns. They were abundant across North America and are celebrated in Native American mythology. Their numbers dwindled drastically by the 1900s, but conservation efforts have helped stabilize the population. On this vast, mysterious, and beautiful Rocky Mountain range, we'll continue to explore its wonders. What have you discovered in the Rocky Mountains? Please share your thoughts and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to avoid missing any exciting videos from NN Talented Goat. Thank you.